How to use a vocabulary in advanced English. Types of meaning. A. Basic meaning. When you look up a word, the main thing that you want to know is its basic meaning. For example, she has a fair hair. The word fair means light, opposite of dark. Or in the example, it's time to wind up the discussion. The words wind up means end. However, there are a lot of other aspects of meaning that's important to be aware of, particularly when you are studying at a more advanced level of English. Polysemy or multiple meaning. A great many words in English have more than one meaning. Look at fair and wind up, and there are different meanings in these examples. That wasn't very fair thing to say. Adjective, just. The handsome knight fell in love with a fair maiden. Adjective, beautiful. His knowledge of French is fair. Adjective, neither very bad nor very good. She has a fair chance of winning the prize. Adjective, reasonable. Fair weather is forecast for tomorrow. Adjective, dry and pleasant. There is a fair on the park this week. Noun, public event with games and rides. Don't forget to wind up your watch. Turn a knob on a clock watch so it keeps going. She seems to enjoy winding him up till something in order deliberately to annoy to someone. If he carries on like this, he's going to wind up in prison, end up in an unpleasant situation. Synonym. English has a lot of different words with similar but slightly different meanings. Look at these words that are synonymous with fair and wind up, with the meanings illustrated in A. Fair equals light, blonde, pale, colorless, bleached. Wind up means end, finish, complete, close, stop, conclude, terminate, discontinue, abort. Collocation. Words are used with each other or collocate in fairly fixed way in English. You cannot, for example, use all of the synonym in C as replaced in the example sentences in A. Hair can be fair, light, blonde, or bleached, though each of these has slightly different meaning, but it's not usually described as pale or colorless. Skin can be fair, light, and pale, but it's not usually described as blonde, colorless, or bleached. Colorless collocates with, for example, gas or light and liquid. Connotation. Words do not only have meanings, they also have associations. At an advanced level of English, it's important to develop an impression of what connotations certain words have. The sentence, "Who is the fairest of them all," for example, immediately makes English speakers think of the wicked stepmother in the children's fairy tale, Snow White, and the fairer sex refers to women. Fair means beautiful or attractive in an old-fashioned word, and it has associations with fairy tales and stories about the past. Register. It's also important to know that whether any words you are learning have a particular register. For example, apparel is a formal or literary word for clothing, and to wind someone up in both British and informal.